I'm Beth from Tiny Bugs Yoga, and today I have a morning movement for mamas yoga flow. So I've designed this flow with mums in mind, particularly those of us who have little ones who want to get up very, very early. It's a nice way that we can add a little bit of mindful movement to our day, work out those kinks from the night before, and then hopefully energize our bodies so we can be the best mums that we can be. Also, little ones, they will join in with this. So welcome them, enjoy the moment, and enjoy this stage of your life. So we're going to begin in a cat-cow. So we're going to start by moving our spines, warming up our backs, coming to hands and our knees. Try to bring your wrists under your shoulders, your knees in line with your hips. And as we inhale, we're going to drop our tummies, making tummies nice and long here. So for so many of us, we've been schooled to hide our tummies away, but this is a time to embrace it. Your tummy grew a child or stores your food. So enjoy your tummy for what it is. On our exhale, we're going to push through with our hands, rounding our shoulders and tucking our tailbones under. Try to look towards your knees. I'm going to bring in a bit of fluidity here, so move with your breath, inhaling and exhaling to round. Take a few minutes to sync up with how you're feeling today, with how your breath is feeling in your body, any kinks. I will always welcome any sort of intuitive movement. This time is for you. No matter how many little ones you have scurrying around you, your time on your mat is a sacred time for you. Beautiful. When you feel ready, we're going to meet in a child's pose. So either bring your toes together, knees nice and wide, or keep your knees together, entirely up to you. We're going to sink our hips towards our heels, hands stretch out in front of us. If you're able to, bring your forehead to the floor, and again, take a few breaths here. Now, I like to use this position to try and choose a sensation, a feeling, an emotion, an intention for the day, whether that's just bring me peace, or today I will be the kindest I can be, or practicing patience, acceptance, anything that feels good to you. Just a few more breaths here. This is a really powerful resting pose. You'll find that sometimes children will come to this place naturally. It's like making a little cave for themselves, a nice, safe, secure, grounded space. So this is something I always recommend to my children in children's yoga too. And now we're going to add a little bit of movement to this. So we're going to begin in our child's pose, coming forward onto the forearms, bringing your body forward, almost as if you're in a forearm plank. Then curl through, come back up to tabletop. Exhale, push your back up, just like we did in that cat-cow, and then circle back round to child's pose. So again, take this at your own rhythm. First thing in the morning, you might want to move slowly, or you might be ready to invite a little bit more energy, a little bit more heat into your body. If you're able to, try to connect with your breath. So as we inhale, we come forward. As we exhale, we curl backwards. Inhale to radiate the heart forwards, and exhale to curl backwards. This is a really good movement if you've got any shoulder issues, any back pain, any stickiness anywhere, because we're warming up our spines here. We're moving our body, and as the saying goes, motion is lotion. So if this movement doesn't feel very intuitive to you, that's absolutely fine. Make it your own. Play. Just as your little ones don't always do as they're told, I fully invite you to take my guidance and do with it what you want. If you just want to stay in that child's pose, you're more than welcome to. If you want to find any sort of wiggles, leaning to one side or the other, make this pose sequence something that works for you. Okay, we're just going to do one more round here. And then coming back to tabletop. Now drop your hands, drop your elbows exactly where your hands were. And you're going to notice that your tail, your bottom, comes up. That's fine, that's good. We're going to stretch out our backs. So maybe walk your knees back a little bit just to give yourself a bit more room. And then we're going to sink our upper bodies back. So the heart is coming towards the earth into our puppy pose. And if your little one is anything like mine, he will use your back as a slide here. Try to have some nice awareness in your muscles. So if you can, pull your tummy towards your spine. So we're bringing our belly buttons towards our navel. Just going to give us some core support here. Lovely. When you're ready, come back and meet me in a tabletop position again. So we're going to start working on some of our other muscles now, waking up the core and engaging through our leg muscles. So take your right leg, I'm going to curl the toes under and stretch it back behind us. Take a moment to rock forwards and backwards here. You might like to click your toes, circle through the ankle. Again, find something that works for you. Okay, come to a place of stillness. And then when you're ready, we're going to lift up that back leg, trying to keep it in line with the hip. So a lot of time the tendency will be to try and prove I'm really flexible, I can bring my leg up nice and high, but we want it in line with the hip. It's going to engage the core much more. Now when you're ready, we're going to take our left hand, so the opposite hand, we're going to bring it forward. Beautiful. Try to claw through the fingers of your hand that's stabilising you on the floor, ground through your back foot, and again, engage through that core. Here for 3 more breaths. You've got this. Beautiful. Come back down. Give yourself a little shake. And then stretch that foot back out. This time we're going to come into a side plank. So I'm just going to switch my body around so you can see me more clearly. We'll come into a side plank. So my right leg is stretched out nicely. My left leg, I'm going to pivot on the knee. So my foot is facing off the mat. My knee is in the centre. And then we're coming into a side plank variation. So pressing through our supporting left arm. I'm going to bring the right arm up and overhead. Try to bring those hips forward, really try and ground through that back foot. If you want to take this further, you can lift up that back leg. Again, aim to keep it at hip height. But remember, it's also absolutely fine to keep your foot on the floor. Meet yourself where you are today. When you're ready, we're going to circle our arms back down and use the power in our core to push ourselves up into, this is a gate pose now. So our arms are at shoulder height. We're nice and strong in the core here. Try to make sure that your bottom's not sticking out too far. We want to try and have a nice elongated spine, hips pointing forwards if you can. We're going to breathe in. Arm comes up, left arm comes up, right arm comes down to this right leg, the stretched out leg. And try and feel that in your side waist. Lovely side body stretch here. And then come to join me in kneeling. Well done. We're going to take a moment to shake that off. So literally shaking through your hands, or taking some nice wrist rolls if you want something a bit more elegant. So we're rolling through our wrists, maybe increasing that movement to our elbows and our shoulders. Come back the other way. So starting from shoulders, I'm changing the direction of my circles now. And slowly I'm making those circles more isolated. So we're coming down to our elbows and wrists. And finally, just my wrists, finishing off that movement. Fantastic. We're going to take that sequence to the other side now. So coming back to our tabletop position. This time stretching your left leg back. You might like to stay here, working through any kinks that you feel, any stickiness. Or if you're ready, try to engage through the core. So the tummy, the belly button is coming towards your spine. And we're going to lift up that back leg to hip height. You might notice, you might dump your weight into the opposite hip. Try to keep those hips centered if you can. And when you're ready, we're going to stretch forward with the right arm here. So this pose is quite strong, it's fiery, but we're welcoming that energy, moving the energy from sleep mode to we're ready to go mode. When you're ready, come back to center. We're going to take our gate pose now. No, our side plank pose. So again, stretching through that left leg. So stretching through that left leg, we rotate our right leg, pivoting on the knee. I'm pressing down through my right arm, trying to make sure there's a little bend in the elbow. We don't want to overlock our joints. And then I'm opening up my chest, bringing my arm towards the sky. The idea is that we have our shoulders stacked over each other, lovely long necks here. And again, if you're up for more of a challenge this morning, bring your toes up, float that leg upwards. You will feel this in your quads, in your glute. But it's a beautiful way to open up our hearts and get ready for the day ahead. Windmill that hand back down. ground through that back foot, your left foot, and we're going to bring, engaging through our cores, pushing through our right hand, bringing our body upwards. Again, arms come out at shoulder height. We're taking our gate pose here. So our right arm comes upwards, left arm slides down the left leg, feeling this lovely stretch in the side body. Beautiful. Come back to your tabletop position. Take a moment to reset. Have a little wiggle. And then we're going to curl our toes under and push ourselves up into our downward dog. So toes curl under, we press through our hands, nice wide hand span here. Stretching up, lengthening up our legs, tailbone comes to the sky. Fantastic. Try to, again, have some bends. Try to bend your joints here. So knees can be bent, elbows can be bent. There is no need to get your toes down to the floor. Yoga is all about how the shapes feel, not how they look. This is a resting pose, so we're going to take 2 breaths here. Before we're going to lift up our right leg, nice and high, or keep it at hip height, whatever works for you, and then step it forwards to meet our hands. Step the left foot up to meet the hands too. We're here in a forward fold. So again, I invite you to bend your knees here, bring your tummy to the top of your thighs, and maybe clasp your opposite elbow in the opposite hand and have a little swing here. In children's yoga, I like to get the children to visualize anything that's bothering them pouring out of their heads. That visual might work for you. If not, just enjoy this feeling of surrender. Take a moment of stillness here. And when you're ready, engage that core again, pull the tummy back to the spine, and we're going to bend our knees and roll our bodies up. We're making our way to standing here, moving up nice and slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Take a moment to make yourself comfortable. You might have hair in your face. You might have a little person clinging onto your legs. This is our mountain pose. Spread through your toes. And again, imagine that grounding energy from the earth. It's bringing us an upward current of energy through the front of our bodies and a grounding energy through the back of our bodies. I'm going to take a simple sun salutation here, and these are designed to greet the morning, to say thank you to the sun to say thank you that we get to see the sun for another day, for all that it does for us. But it's also designed to help create energy, to get your body moving. You can repeat this. We're just going to do it once, but you can repeat this as many times as feels good to you. So we're going to, from our mountain pose, bring in our arms up and overhead, look up, see the sun, and then fold down to that forward fold again. Take your right foot back, stretch it out, so we're coming into a nice lunge here. Try to roll back through those shoulders. So our shoulders aren't hunched around our ears, we're creating space. Plant the palms and bring your front leg, your left leg, back to meet your right leg. We're coming into that downward dog again. From here, we're going to roll forward, so bringing our upper body over our hands. We're in our plank pose here. I told you this was fiery. Drop knees and then make your way down to your tummy. Hands by your ribs. We're going to push up using our tummy muscles, our arm muscles to go into a cobra. Your cobra might be down here. It's first thing in the morning, so we're probably going to be doing little baby cobras. Or you might have a bit more expansion. Remember that we're never pushing, we're never forcing. If anything feels uncomfortable, we stop. Okay, curl those toes under. We're going to come back into our downward dog. Bring our toes together, big toes to touch, and then right leg comes up, and we're going to step it forward, just like we've just practiced. If it doesn't get there first try, in between your hands first try, that's fine. Just guide it along its way. Your hips might be a bit sticky from the night, that's all. So we're taking our lunge on the other side now. So again, roll back those shoulders, open in the chest, and bring your left leg up to meet your right leg into your forward fold. Bend through the knees, arms come up, and on an exhale, we bring them back down to our hearts in mountain pose. So that's one side. We're going to take the other side. This time I'm going to cue the breath. If that works for you, that's fantastic. If not, just try and follow the poses. So inhale, arms come up. Exhale, rolling down into our forward fold. Inhale, left leg goes back. Curl the toes under. Try to push back through that heel. Inhale, roll those shoulders back in your lunge. Exhale, take you to downward dog. Take an inhale here. Exhale, come forwards into plank. And make your way down to your tummy. Inhale brings you up to cobra, however high. Exhale takes you back to downward dog. Bring those toes together. This time your left leg comes up nice and high and steps forward towards your hands. Inhale in this lunge, roll those shoulders back, open up your heart. Exhale, bring your back leg forwards into that forward fold. Inhale to take yourself back up to standing. Exhale, hands come to heart center. So you can repeat the sun salutations as many times as you like, as many times as your little ones will let you. And then I've deliberately designed this so we're left in a standing pose, ready for us to walk off our mats and make our way through the day. Thank you for joining me, everyone. Remember, try to be kind in your thoughts, kind in your words, kind in your hearts. Namaste.